In this video, I'm going to give you guys my plan to 10x my crypto portfolio in 2025, and you guys can literally just copy down the step-by-step process that I'm about to give you so you guys can do the same. So I'm going to explain my plan in a simple 4-step process, starting off with what coins to invest in. Plus, at the end of this video, I'm going to show you how you guys can double down on this method to get a 100x out of your portfolio. So step 1 is going to be finding strong altcoins or meme coins where people are calling for a 10x plus this cycle. So first, you're going to want to go to CoinMarketCap's top 100 coins, and you're going to look for some nice large cap coins. Now, this could be literally layer 1s, AI coins, or meme coins. I'm going to show you guys one of each to look out for. The first layer 1 I'm going to talk about is SUI or SUI. So SUI honestly reminds me of Solana early on when it was like around like $10 and sitting at $3 right now in an $11 billion market cap. SUI is a good layer 1 large cap to look at for this example. But anyway, the point of SUI is that this is a coin that people are calling for a 10 plus X this cycle, which is key for step 1 of this process. An AI coin that is a good example for this process would be Tau or Bittensor, which is literally at a $3.3 billion market cap. And this is another AI coin where people are literally calling for anywhere from a 5 to 10x plus this cycle. So it's in that 10x plus range for this example. Even Render is another strong AI coin sitting just under a $2 billion market cap. And this coin people are calling for a 10x plus this cycle as well. So for meme coins, Pepe is the king meme coin this cycle. It's the 3rd largest meme coin in the world right now and could potentially flip SHIB this cycle. But anyway, people are calling anywhere from a 10 to 20x this cycle. So I'm actually going to run with Pepe for this video in this 4-step plan, and it's actually a plan that I'm actually working with for Pepe myself, so I think this will be a good example to show you. But before I move on, I just want to share Farcoin. It is another strong meme coin which could be used as an example for this video, and you'll see why later why Farcoin is actually similar to Pepe for this process. So now, I know you guys are probably thinking, all right, so these coins, everyone on crypto Twitter online is calling for a 10x, so I'm just going to put my money into that coin, get my 10x, and yep, that's the video, guys. Thank you for watching. So obviously, that's not the video, and that is a terrible plan. Just because you see some online YouTuber talk about a 10x from this coin doesn't mean you should wait for a 10x, and that's actually how people get screwed over and lose all their money in crypto when they're waiting for those big gains. So I'm actually going to show you in this video how we don't actually wait for the 10x on that first coin. We're looking for something smaller, as this would lead us into step 2 of the process. Okay, so for the first coin that you choose, I'm going to show Pepe as an example here. You're going to create a short-term exit strategy for that coin. So like I said, Pepe from this point, it's around a $5 billion market cap. People are calling for a 10x, but obviously we don't want to wait for a 10x for a $50 billion market cap. Actually, some people are calling from our 10 to a 20x, but we don't want to wait for that. We only want anywhere from like a 3 to 5x. A 5x would be more ideal here. This is the reason for this. Looking at Pepe right now, its previous all-time high is just above a $10 billion market cap. So once it crosses its all-time high, everyone that has ever invested in this coin will be in profit, which means people are going to start looking to take their money out. But however, if a coin gets its true parabolic run and it catches hype, that is when these coins are going to do those 10, 20x's. So from this point, if Pepe hits its new all-time high above a $10 million market cap, right now that is a 2x for us from a 5 to a $10 billion market cap. However, all these new investors running into the coin will be looking for that 10 to 100x still from Pepe, and that would literally put Pepe from a 50 to 100 billion plus market cap to hit it from that point. So all we're looking for from investing into Pepe right now is literally just a 5x. Once it gets to around like this $25 billion market cap, this is when we are going to want to exit and take our 5x from Pepe. So yeah, can Pepe still do, way more x's? Yes, but we're going to play it safe here. So now step 3 in this process is going to be a rotation into a medium cap beta play to the previous coin. Looking at this chart right here, this is Max from Because Bitcoin, and he's showing us the king Pepe and all the boys club beta train. So what is this really? Pepe is a large cap coin, and what we're going to be looking for is beta plays to what Pepe is. And the main thing that we're going to want to take away from this is that every time Pepe has a run, Brett also has a parabolic run as well. However, this is the reason why in the previous step, we cut out Pepe early. Right? We only took a 5x, but if Pepe actually goes to do a 10 to 20x, well, our money will be rotated into a smaller cap coin that's a beta play like Brett. So that's the purpose of getting out early. So we're going to go into a lower coin that will have a greater return since it's at a smaller cap than its alpha play. So now this all sounds very easy and simple, but it's really not, guys, because you need to find the right alpha and right beta coin to go along with the alpha coin. Because let me tell you, if you get a 5x from an alpha coin and then you rotate it into another coin thinking it's going to be an easy 2 to 5x, but you pick the wrong coin, you might just lose that 5x that you just got. So you have to be looking at coins pairs, see what's going to outperform it, and if it's a true beta play or if it's just some random coin that looks like a beta play but really isn't. You need to be very careful with your rotations because that's how people get screwed in this. So right now Brett is only at a $500 million market cap, but to be honest, if Pepe goes to a 25 billion, that means that Brett will also have some X's to it as well. And let's just say it goes to its previous all-time high, let's say around like a $2 billion market cap. Now that we've taken our 5X from Pepe and rotated it into Brett, people will be calling for the same thing from the coins beta play because Pepe did a large return. Now they're thinking, well, maybe Brett can do the same thing as well. And this is where we're going to have to be smart once again, guys. And this is going to lead us into our last step of this process, actually. And we just got to play it smart. So at this point, like I said, everyone's going to be calling for some 5, 10, 20x from Brett. And could it happen? Yes. But all we need, now we just had a 5x. So that means if Brett then puts in a 2x and goes to 4 billion, well, a 5x times a 2x, that's our 10x, guys. Literally just go from a large cap to a beta play, a 5x and a 2x, and you have your 10x. Now, yes, if you're looking for something greater, you can wait for more x's from Brett, and that'll be multiplied by the 5 that you just got from Pepe. So, for example, let's say you want like another 5x from Brett. Say you're thinking that it could go to a $10 billion market cap. It's going to get to $1. Well, if it does get to a $10 billion market cap and goes to $1 this cycle, well, you now have a 5x times another 5x. And remember, Brett is going to run after Pepe. So that's how we're getting our 5x to another 5x, and that's a 25x right there. But listen, guys, you have to be smart and not be greedy in these markets. If you get a 10x, that is amazing. Whether you start with $1,000 to $10,000 or a $10,000 play into $100,000. So you need to not be greedy with this. I mean, listen, Brett could go up to like a 6 billion and you're waiting for a 10 billion and then it'll crash down. So you never know what's going to happen. That's why with these plans, you need to stick with a certain number in your head of how much you want in return. And once that happens, just take your money out and exit. Exit plan is very important. You can't get too emotional when you get to a certain point. Like I said, yes, it would be crazy if Brett went to like a 20 billion and literally could have got like a 50x in total out of this alpha beta play rotation. But just getting what you want in crypto and a 10x is, like I said, is honestly just crazy, guys. Now, the 100x method that I promised you guys in the beginning of the video, and that's not what I just talked about where you could just hold in Brett. It's actually taking that 10x and moving to 2 new alpha beta play pairs. So I showed you guys Farcoin in the beginning of this video, and Farcoin also has its own beta play, base Farcoin. So what you could do instead of waiting in Brett for like a 50x or a 25x, you could take your 10x, go to Farcoin, get, a 2 to 5x in Farcoin, then rotate to its beta play, base Farcoin. And if you manage to get another 10x from the pair of Farcoin and base Farcoin, you now have a 10x from one alpha beta play and a 10x from another alpha beta play, and that would be a 100x. So I think doing that with multiple alpha beta plays is definitely easier than just doing 2 coins and trying to get 100x out of 2 coins. And listen, you guys could even take this one step further and you could just lower your targets. Like you may be looking for a 5x from 2 coins combined, like a 2.5x, then another 2.5x, move on to another alpha beta plays. Because let me tell you guys, once a coin like a meme coin becomes an alpha, there's always going to be a beta play. And if you find the right beta play, you just rotate into the beta play and then have your profits be multiplied, which is this whole entire process. Many people stay in 1 coin or 2 coins for way too long, but you have to rotate into small and medium cap beta plays that are directly related to them and let those coins get you your multiple X's. And that's really, one of my main strategies going into this cycle. Now, I personally plan to complete this 10x process with certain alpha beta play coins this cycle. And if you guys want to see me make a video on those specific coins, please leave a comment down below, or guys, in the description of this video, join my free Discord. I talk a lot in there. We have a nice community that's building up. We have over 80 members right now. I give daily market updates, analysis, talk about meme coins that are new and trending in my Discord as well. I really give a lot of alpha, and it's all for free. So just make sure you guys join that through the link in the bio. up. It won't be free forever. I'm having a lot of people join. Like I said, we're almost at 100. I might cap it at the 100 mark and then make it a pay to join. So right now, get in there. It's free right now, guys. You could ask me anything. I literally check it daily. To wrap up this whole video and the process, listen, every step is very, very important, but the last one is the most psychological demanding step. You need an exit strategy, because when you actually get to that 10x, now you're thinking, wait, I'll just wait for, a 3x because that'll be multiplied even further, a 4x, a 5x. Like I said, a 5 and a 5 is 25x. But if you have an exit plan, you must stick with your exit strategy, because when you wait for those multiple x's, that's when you get greedy. And then, like I said, other people are probably doing the same thing, and then they're going to start drawing their profits. The coin's going to go down. You think that it could still go back up. It doesn't. It goes down even further, and you lose your money. So the exit strategy is the most psychologically demanding part of this process, and you must stick with it. Like I said, 10x is amazing, so always be happy with all your profits. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video, leave a comment if you have any questions, and as always, I will see you in the next one.